Hello, everybody. Recently, I had posted a super short video of an issue I had with my old Lochinvar boiler here, where the flame would try to come on and then fail to ignite, and I'd get some sort of weird, funny flame thing happening, and it would have to purge out. It was having trouble igniting, and the igniter and stuff was wet, and I'm like, I think my heat exchanger might be cracked. So I had somebody come in to take a look at it, and sure enough, my heat exchanger was cracked. It was really bad. When we took out the igniter right there and shined a flashlight up in it, which I didn't think to try doing, just something simple like that, you could see a constant drip, 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 that fast. It was really bad. So it was pulling water out of the system. My refill valve proportioning thing was old and faulty. It wasn't refilling it properly. My air purge things weren't purging the air out, so it was creating all kinds of havoc. I ended up having to replace the whole system, and all the little bits and pieces that had just aged to the point where they weren't working right anymore, had to pretty much replace those. So basically, anything from the pipes going out to the rooms and coming back in, valving and everything, we chopped all of that out and replaced everything. It was not cheap. I almost passed out when I got the quote for it. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Here, we're going to take this thing apart and see what that cracked heat exchanger looks like. What does it look like inside one of these things? I've never taken one apart to look, so let's find out. Let me get some tools ready and set you guys up, and we'll see what we can find out. Alright, I got you guys set up right here so you can see too. First thing we're going to do is unplug this, which is our flame sensor, and this is our igniter. We're going to remove the flame sensor and igniter. I'm just going to get the bolts loose right now. And it's still wet, actually. You see where it's all corroded looking. It's rusted out, even after I cleaned it multiple times. Same with the flame sensor. It's still wet and corroded even after I've cleaned it, so it's junk basically. I think next, I don't know if this has to come out. Yeah, I think these bolts all have to come out here, so we're going to go ahead and remove them. Alright, I think, yep, that just comes right off. And I can see there's like a little powder, probably could have cleaned it. There's just a little rubber O-ring to seal that. That is the air that gets forced from the blower motor up here along this path into your flame box area. And there was some crusty stuff there. So next, let's get these bolts out right here. Alright, let's see if this will come loose. I don't know if there's bolts back behind here or not. Let's find out. Yeah, actually I think there are 4 bolts back behind here and they feel like hex heads. We're gonna have to find out what they are and try to get to those. Or it looks like the same as this right here. Nope, a little bit bigger. I'll find out what that is and come back to you guys. Alrighty. I took off this top piece here and the side piece to get a little bit more action, you know, in there. I couldn't get to these back here. They are these bolts, these little nuts right here, or bolts right here. So there was only 2 holding, same size, holding this on, the motor on here. So I just took that out instead. So, and the motor I've had to replace on this thing already anyway. Sorry, got my knee in the way. Wow, look at this thing. It is in bad shape. Look up in there. Holy cow. Wow. Let me turn you guys around. I lost part of the video when I turned this around, but look at this stuff. This plate on the back here, I think is like some sort of a flame barrier or something. It's just crumbling. It's coming off. I'm just taking my fingers here and doing this. Look at that. That's horrible. That's not supposed to do that. All this stuff in the bottom here. Oh God, that's disgusting. There we go. I pushed all the way through that. Look, it's just falling out. Good God. I don't know how the flame is supposed to exit out the back somehow, but I don't know actually how it makes it out the back. I don't know if it has to go flow through these tubes or flame comes in here. I honestly don't know what happens after that. It goes out somehow, but I don't see how it exits. But needless to say, this thing wasn't working right, because look at that. That is horrible. Look at this piece. This, I think the flame comes in through, no, the flame is actually over on this side, and I think the air gets pushed through here. Yeah, there's another one of these flame thing pieces, and it is just soaked. It's crumbling apart. Look at this. Oh my God. It's amazing this thing was working at all. Holy cow. So the air comes in and gets pushed out through this like a mesh here, and that causes this, I think, to heat really, really brightly and strong. And that's kind of, I believe, where the flame is contained. Not 100% certain. Maybe it does burn inside here. I'm not 100% sure, like I said. Good God. It starts probably in here. The flame starts in here. And as that air pushes the mixture of gas and stuff in, it probably gets caught in this and starts glowing and burning right there on the surface of that, which is going to emanate a huge amount of heat inside here. It's a really efficient system. I mean, look how small this boiler is, how few coils there are for it to do its job. But it couldn't do its job because look at it. That is horrendous. Wow. And this one here if I try, yeah, that just crumbles apart too. That's horrible. It is amazing this thing worked at all. Wow. So I do have some salvageable parts. My gas valve is fine. This fan is excellent shape, and those things are like $750. All the circuit boards are fine, so I've got stuff I could sell off, but my God, this is horrible. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to use this because this is going to be in here. I did empty junk out of that once. That explains what it was I was emptying out. I wasn't sure where it come from, but now I know. That's horrible. Let me get my flashlight on for my phone. My other phone. See if I can set it up here. Here we go. I cut the video off. I wonder what was broken up in here. Somewhere up in one of those coils right there. Is that it? That might be it right there. I don't know. Somewhere right up in this area is where it was dripping out, so maybe that discolored area right there. I'm not sure. Wow. What a mess. What a mess. That is crazy. So, I guess now we know what happened to the boiler, but my goodness, that's horrendous. I never expected this heat exchanger to look that bad. That is horrible. Wow. Alright, I'm going to finish dismantling some of this so I can throw the rest in the garbage. Man. I guess it was in there for about 10 years. But I never expected anything like that. That's horrendous. That garbage right there. It must have been leaking for a long time to cause this. So this built up probably over the course of several months. Probably this entire winter it was working on going this bad. And here toward the end of winter it finally did. It cost me a ton of money in the process. So anyway, I thought you guys might like seeing that. I mean, I did not expect it to be this bad. But at least you guys got to be there and watch it with me. And hopefully that's somewhat entertaining and interesting. I'll talk to you guys later, and hope you don't have to run into anything like this. This is not fun.